Barry Amante knew his son better than anyone, so when 8-year-old Ken started coming home later than usual, something felt wrong. At first, Barry brushed it off. Maybe schoolwork, maybe friend. But then another detail caught his attention. Ken stopped asking for pocket money. No toys, no snacks, no treats. That was when the alarms truly went off. Barry worked long hours as a mechanic in Davao City, Philippines. Money was never abundant, but he always made sure Ken had a small allowance. It wasn't much, but it was enough for a child. And yet, for 2 weeks straight, Ken claimed he had nothing left. Not a single peso. Where was it going? One afternoon, Barry decided to stop guessing. He left the garage door slightly open and kept one eye on the road. Right on time, Ken walked up the driveway, backpack still on his shoulder. He slipped inside the house quietly. 10 minutes later, Barry froze. Ken walked back out, still wearing his backpack. Barry noticed something else earlier. The bag had looked empty. Now it sagged heavily against Ken's back. Barry waited, then followed. From a distance, he watched his son enter a small grocery store. Minutes passed. When Ken came out, the backpack was bulging. Barry's heart began to pound as he followed him deeper into town, past cafes, past pawn shops, past places no child should be walking alone. Ken turned onto a narrow side road. Barry slowed, careful not to be seen. Then he stopped. Ken stood alone in the middle of the empty street. He knelt down and opened his backpack. Barry leaned forward, confused, until movement caught his eye. Low shapes emerged from the bushes. 1, 2, 3. Stray dogs, thin, patchy fur, ribs visible. Barry ran forward, panic surging through him. He chased the dogs away instinctively until he saw what was on the ground. Disposable plates, open cans of dog food. The dogs weren't attacking his son. They were waiting for him. Ken calmly called them back, whispering names as their tails wagged. Brownie, Whitey, Blackie. The dogs ate hungrily while the boy watched, kneeling beside them. Barry stood frozen, ashamed. His son looked up, eyes wide, knowing the truth was out. And in that moment, Barry realized his child had been disappearing every day for 2 weeks. Not for trouble, but for compassion. Ken didn't cry. He didn't run. He simply looked at his father and told the truth. He explained that every day after school, he used his pocket money to buy dog food. He said the dogs were always there, hungry, weak, and scared. They don't have anyone, he whispered. So I helped them. Barry felt something break inside him. At first, he was embarrassed by his own reaction. He had assumed the worst. But standing there, watching 3 stray dogs eat because of his 8-year-old son, Barry understood he wasn't raising just a child. He was raising a human being with a heart far bigger than his age. That night, Barry took a photo of Ken feeding the dogs and shared it online. He didn't expect much. He just wanted people to see what his son had taught him. The internet exploded. Strangers from around the world praised Ken's kindness. Messages poured in, donations followed. People asked how they could help the boy who chose compassion over candy. Barry made a deal with his son. He would buy the food himself on one condition. Ken had to stay safe. Vaccine, disinfectant, no more walking alone. Ken agreed without hesitation. Soon, something unbelievable happened. With the support of people they had never met, Barry and Ken launched Happy Animals Club. What started as a few cans of food on a broken road became a real shelter. Then another. Then many more. They rescued dogs from the streets, from pounds, from neglect. Years passed. Ken grew older, but he never grew out of his kindness. What began as a secret walk after school turned into a mission that saved hundreds of lives. Today, Happy Animals Club continues to grow, powered by volunteers, compassion, and one simple truth. A child saw suffering and chose to do something about it. Sometimes, the smallest hearts carry the biggest change.